So we're going to do some exercises to help with neck pain. So if your neck is feeling stiff, you've been sitting at the computer for a long time, watching TV, any of those bad posture things that come from sitting a lot with the head forward, this kind of stuff. We're going to try to address that with 3 easy exercises. So as you can see, I'm sitting on the floor and I have a little bench here. You can use a chair, a low bench, stool, couch. You can use something like that that's sufficient height that you can get your legs up on it. So what you want to do is you want to scooch your backside up close to the couch or the low table, chair. Get your legs up on it like this, about hip width apart for the knees and the feet. Don't let everything kind of splay out. That's how you know if it's too low. If it's too low, what's going to happen is your legs are going to flop. So you put a pillow underneath. In this case, I'm pretty good here with the height. Just relax. A little bit of movement is okay. You're going to lay on your back. Your palms are going to be faced upwards towards the ceiling. You don't want to be out like a T. You don't want your arms straight out like a T. That's too much stress on the shoulder. So you want to lower the arms a little bit, anywhere from like 30 to 60 degrees, somewhere in there. 45 degrees from the body is fine. And just let your head relax. You want to stare at the ceiling or close your eyes. And you just want to let gravity do the work to settle everything in through the upper body. You want to let, eventually, the low back is going to settle out. When you first lay down, you might have an arch in your back. You could get your hand underneath there. But let gravity start to settle things out. You might feel that there's a huge gap behind the head and the neck. That's eventually going to settle a bit. It's not going to obviously touch the floor, but the gap is going to reduce a bit as some of that curvature in the upper back, upper spine starts to reduce. It may take 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes in order to get these effects. So you just want to let it happen. This is how we neutralize the alignment in the body. We want to get everything kind of in a baseline before we do the next further exercises. You're going to do this to start and do it to end the series of exercises. We don't really call this an exercise. It's just a kind of like a simple stretch or a warm-up for what's to come. So you're going to let that go. What you're going to feel is as the chest opens up, you're going to need to adjust the shoulder blades by squeezing them together a little bit to give more room for opening in the chest area. You may have to adjust your head position. You might be back with your chin really high, and over time, the chin's going to come down. And you let it go. You're going to look for any areas of tension and just kind of breathe and release those, making little adjustments to the posture, little wiggles. You can just double check, make sure that your knees and hips are in an alignment, your toes are basically pointing upwards, and you don't want everything to flop open. You don't want to hold it. You want to be relaxed. That's why it's important, if you need a pillow, put it underneath there to get the right angle, about 90 degrees. And then your backside needs to be scooched up real close, so that's about 90 degrees here. So we got 90, 90, about 45 on the arms, and you just stare at the ceiling. You can close your eyes, you can sleep, listen to music, listen to something on your headphones. That's all good. Don't turn your head. Don't go yelling at your kids. Just try to keep everything in a nice neutral alignment, straight as possible, and just let it go. So after you start to feel everything settle down, opened up, 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it takes. I can't get my hand in my lower back now. The lumbar spine is fully settled in. And again, that's gravity. Gravity does the work. Don't force it. Now I can go to the first exercise. So what I want to do is get my hands in front of me, interlace my fingers, and get my thumbs together. This is like a little spike or a little hammer. And what I'm going to do is bring that over the head towards the floor above me, or behind me as it were. And I'm going to hammer in the little nail that's there. You may need to open your elbows a bit to clear your head. I got glasses on, they kind of bump. You can move those and hammer that in. You're going to feel a lot of tension at the end of this, so don't force it. Go as far as you can. If you're not touching the floor, that's okay, but you're going to get there. If you feel pain, stop. But if it feels like work or a stretch, keep going. And eventually reach to touch the ground there. Once you can touch the ground, give it a hold and come back up. 3 to 5 seconds. And back up. We're trying to get that shoulder range of motion to open up. Open up that shoulder range of motion. All back into a good alignment again. Just trying to alleviate some of that neck tension and neck pain. So after we did 20, 25 maybe, 10, whatever you can handle, we're going to go to the next exercise. So now we have the next exercise. This is called the overhead extension. And again, it's a similar principle of what we were doing when we were laying on the ground. It's to get the shoulders and the upper back and the neck, everything into extension again. So we're trying to get this all opened up to take that tension off the neck from this kind of turtled forward head posture, which we get when we're working on computers and watching TV and all that stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to stand with our feet about shoulder width apart, shoulder width apart. So here's the feet alignment. A lot of people stand with their feet out. We don't want that. We want the feet in a little bit. The best way to do that is to take a piece of paper, a larger one than this, and get an alignment to the sides of your feet. They should be pointed forward. If you're standing on a tile floor, you will see the tile line. Or you have a wooden floor, the line should be parallel on the sides of the feet. Shoulder width apart, not too big, not together. About shoulder width apart. We're going to call shoulder width the area of the armpit, straight down. Straight down, everything lined up. Knees, ankles, and feet. Toes and feet turned slightly in, slightly. Okay, that's our foot position. Now we're going to do, we have our foot position right. Standing up tall. And look straight ahead. We're going to take our hands and clasp them together, just like we did on the floor. Clasp the fingers together. But instead of putting the palms together like this, we're going to turn the thumbs down. So that we're showing our palms away from us. Next thing you want to do is drop the shoulders down and back. Down and back. Squeeze them. This is a challenge for a lot of people just off the bat. Okay? Down and back. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. I tell people, you're putting your shoulder blades in your back pocket. Shoulder blade in your back pocket. Arms out in front. If you can, lock the elbows. Okay? So we're going to show from the side. Clasp the hands, palms faced out, lock the elbows out. Shoulders down and back. Nice and tall body, shoulders down and back. Make some opening as much as you can in the neck. Tall, string pulling you up, shoulders in the back pocket, shoulder blades in the back pocket. Now we're just going to go up, 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 up. We're going to follow the back of our hands with our eyes and our head. We're going to look the back of our hands. Stretch the hands out, but squeeze those shoulder blades back. Look at the back of the hands. We're going to come back down. That right there should have been a challenge for you. Shoulders down and back. Arms, elbows locked out. Feet hip width apart. Toes and feet turn slightly in. Up, 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 up. Keep those shoulders down and back. Keep those shoulders down and back. Look at the back of the hands. If you feel a lot of pain, tension, that is not natural, nerve pain, shooting nerve sensations, don't do it. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a stretch. We're looking for work, activation. We're not looking for pain. No pain, no gain does not apply here. What we're looking for is just no pain. The goal is to hold for up to a minute. Do a few seconds at a time till you get there. Shoulders down and back. Squeeze those shoulders down and back. Look at the back of the hands. Palms should be faced towards the ceiling. Look at the back of the hands. Back down. It's very challenging, but it's very necessary to get everything to open up in the shoulders. You should feel a difference right after doing that. The next one's a bit easier. I'm going to put my glasses aside. Same foot position. Parallel lines on either side. Feet turn slightly in. What we're going to do is we're going to make a grip like this. Curl the fingers. Don't make a fist. Curl the fingers. If you want to, start with a fist, but roll the fingers back. Roll the fingers back. Fist, roll them back. Just keep the tips curled. Thumbs out like so. These are going to be your hinges. These are like door hinges. On the barn door, the gate, they're going to go right on the temples. Thumbs pointed down, so your palms are faced out. Same foot position, nice and tall. Down and back with the shoulder blades. Down and back with the shoulder blades. Not wearing the shoulders as earrings. Down and back with the shoulder blades. Stand tall. Down and back with the shoulder blades. Close the gates. Open the gates. Close the gate. Open the gate. Couple of things to note. Don't just let the elbows drop to close the gate. Keep them high. Keep them high. Try to close them at least at chin level if you can. Chin to nose level is great. Don't let the wrist buckle. You don't close the gate at the wrist. You close it at the hinge. Not this. Don't close the gate with the wrist flexing. Close the gate. Open wide and squeeze back. Get that chest out, but squeeze back with those shoulder blades. Close the gate. Open the gate. Close the gate. Open the gate. You might even need to keep your chin tucked. Don't let this happen. You're not flexing like this. It's not the exercise. Close the gate. Open the gate. Close the gate. Open the gate. Close the gate. Open the gate. Squeeze. Squeeze. If you can't touch elbows, don't worry. Form is better to keep nice and aligned than to actually try and touch the elbows if you can't. Stare straight ahead. Try to keep that alignment good. All right, that should really make you feel opened up. You're going to finish with static back again. Back on the floor. Static back again. Scoot your butt all the way to the couch, to the table. If it's a low table, you can actually draw it near to you. Grab the legs and pull it towards you. Trying to get that 90-degree angle. When you relax the legs, they shouldn't flop out a lot. Put a pillow underneath there or a blanket folded up. Towels, something to boost that up. If the knees flop out a lot, it's too low. This one is okay for me. I can relax, barely get any movement, an inch or two. Get back into alignment, 45 degrees. Stare at the ceiling, 5, 10, 15 minutes. You could do this for an hour if you want. If it feels good, just do it. And this is how you finish. Static back to start, static back to end. We did recap, hammer the nail. We did the overhead extension, standing. And then we did the gate, the barn doors. Back to static back. Here we are now. Hope this helps to alleviate your neck and back pain, neck tension, all that stress from sitting down at the computer or sitting there on the couch watching TV. These things should help you out. You can do it twice a day, morning and night. You can do it 3 times a day. You can do it every day.